Not yet.
Okay. Like, is it a loading screen right now?
It's still at your thumbnail.
Eh? You refresh again?
Yeah, still at your thumbnail.
Why like that? You exit to the page again.
It's still at your thumbnail.
What the hell? Wow, be shake eh. Wait, give me a second. But my site is on live already eh. You go our web page. You go our YouTube page again. Then you do the refresh.
Yeah, it's live already. It's streaming starting soon.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, then that's right. Okay. So next.
They want start just change the scene already.
Yeah. Got music?
Waiting.
Can you hear the music?
I trying to hear still. Yeah, got music already.
Okay. Maybe I just turn it on already. What is up, everyone?
Hello, everybody.
What's up? Hope everyone have a great weekend. It's a late night Sunday. Yeah. Also, as usual, this session going to be a weekly outlook and review on the NFP week. So we do take a very less trade on an NFP week. This is why I mentioned last Sunday is due to the uncertain market conditions occurs. NFP has the most volume that could change the market directions entirely for the month, especially for a week as well, for the coming weeks, for the coming months. And the other one going to be FOMC, cutting rates definitely is a huge impact, and NFP as well. So this is the reason why we stay safe, we trade safe out of market. It's not like we have to trade every single session, every single hour on the trading session. Always remember one thing, which is trade less is more. This is what I been coming by and walk through all this pain, stress, and everything. So what are we going to do next is we will do a NFP review for the week first, see what's the market going on, the directions itself, and the weekly forecast. Lawrence, anything to touch on, anything special from your sides or not?
Not really, but the daily outlook on gold.
Weekly outlook on gold. Okay, maybe you touch on the gold side, and I'll touch on the forex majors and the miners and yen pairs, especially. Maybe some
Okay.
NQ and oil on your side.
Okay. The weekly outlook for gold will be very. I would say it's quite bearish for now.
Quite bearish for now, is it?
NFP news has been released. I feel that outlook for gold and for the major, I mean, like the indices pairs, they are looking very bearish at the moment. We will look from using quarterly theory. I'll expect that this week will be accumulation week.
Accumulation week, is it?
Yes,
Since after the NFP, you mean?
because there's been major moves in the market ever since NFP, and last week was a whole downtrend for the indices market.
Okay.
Like you can see, Monday to Friday just bearish all the way for S&P, Nasdaq bearish all the way until Friday for the whole entire week. So I would say that there will be a accumulation period here for this whole week. So price will most likely close and open at the same spot for this whole week.
I see. So it will be a close and open at the same spot. So you expect there is definitely is a spike, either both side. You mean the both bullish and bearish order flow are not going to following through? Is it what you
No,
mean?
this week will be very stagnant because post NFP, the banks will be deciding what they want to do with the results that they have currently. So
Okay.
this week is their resting period because they know NFP was a very big move on Friday. So we will wait. Because like you can see, last whole week was full of like heavy impact news. So this week will be a quite stagnant week after the news release.
You mean with a lower volume itself?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so let me touch on my side as well. Let me show my screen. Okay, so as everyone can see right here, this is the screenshot of coming week's Forex Factory calendars, which is all the major the country major news events. So like we do have from China, they have the CPI and PPI. Highly likely, more or less, might or might not impact on the gold itself, because as China hold a quite a percentage of gold itself. So definitely, if the result have a huge impact and everything, the gold might be a little bit of affected, but not as much as the US dollar news. So from the Monday itself, no red folder. Maybe we'll just stay away for the first day, trading for the first day of the week. Coming by next Tuesday, we have the GBP claim count change, and Canadian red, which is the Bank of Canada government speak. So what we will be seeing, we will focus on the forex itself, is majorly on the GBP and the Canadian news. So next, coming on Wednesday, we have a very high impact news, which is the CPI itself. So in US dollar news, right, there is couple of big news we call. we have the biggest FOMC, NFP. Oh, okay, sorry. First is NFP. Second is FOMC statement, not minutes. Is called FOMC statement. Then the next coming up is CPI. We call this is the big three news that we would like to avoid. So coming Wednesday is the CPI. Pre or post, maybe we will take out the range first before we deciding a new entry. So we will do a reanalysis. We have to reanalyze after the Wednesday CPI or the Thursday morning. So we can focus Wednesday to avoid trade, especially if you have any trades with the US dollar majors. Please be careful. Please be very, very careful because of the 8:30 CPI news. Next, we can focus on USD and GBP for the Wednesday, same as Tuesday. So the GBP Canadian and US dollar. And Thursday will be the Euro and USD. So Euro, Pound, and Canadian, and the major USD we will be touching on in a short while forecast later. Okay, so the next thing, the rest of it, nothing much special. Maybe we just avoid trading Monday to and Friday, and we just focus on this Tuesday until Thursday. Okay, so my outlook. So let's see what the price has done the damage during the NFP week. So we start from the weekly chart. Okay, from the previous from last Sunday, we do have the range of the weekly fair value area. Price didn't manage to tap into it, but the price did respected of the weekly fair value gap, which is a good sign that price could continue lower all the way until this draw on liquidity. So I am bearish on the dollar. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, this is the new premium area, should be protected. So from the daily time frame, okay, I do expect the price is either the price disrespect this this premium area to continue, either price continue higher from this premium area, or respected this discount continue higher, or respect the premium level continue lower. So what do we expect for the coming week is, okay, first we do see the premium level already after the daily time frame, daily fair value gap, a sting in and rejected off, but the closure was in here. So this both side draw on liquidity already taken, but from the weekly time frame itself, we do know this is the weekly draw on liquidity that which will magnet the price continuing lower. So we do see respected the daily going lower, but how do we get involved to trade all the way to down here? Okay, let's see at the 4-hour time frame first. Okay, so currently the price, the NFP does the damage right here. We have these two range from the 4-hour. It's actually quite dangerous and not convincing me. It's showing the direction to continue lower. So I would just wait. Anything within this range is actually, to be honest, I'm still bearish, but this within this range, I'm not convinced that we are continuing lower. So what do? We will just wait until a new premium area has been shown, a new order flow has been shown. Okay, as you can see, this range, and this range. Okay, So within this range, it could just sting going lower, either continuing lower, or the price just ping pong within this range again. Take out both side highs, lows, and ping pong, sweep the highs, and then continue lower. It could be a lot of things. It could just disrespect this premium area. This should be a protected high. This shouldn't be a shouldn't be broken. So after a sweep to continue lower, or because it could be a sweep to then continue lower, or just this whole premium area is totally failed. The high will be taken and everything. So this is my outlook and the review for the US dollars. Okay, so let me take a screenshot and to share to our premium members. So our premium is actually free. It's just like you just have to join us, talk to our admin, then we will guide you accordingly, like how to get involved into our premium, and we will guide you accordingly week by weekly, including the education, how to trade on it, how to do the analysis from scratch, from you know nothing about forex trading until you know how to trade by yourself. This is why we create this community. Do let me share for a while, yeah. Okay. So coming next, gold. Lawrence did a very good explanations on the gold outlook. For me, I do see the same. It should, because both buy and sell side already taken. It sweep the liquidity during the NFP, and then in the end the price did flip, end up closing higher. So what should we do next to confirm the bearishness itself? But since we are bearish on the dollar, but why should we bearish on the gold as well? So this is a little bit suspicious, right? So when both indicates going bearish, is like someone is lying. Either the gold is lying itself or the dollar is lying itself. So we do drop down lower. We do see the price took up the liquidity. The price did took up the liquidity from the NFP spikes, and then in the end it dumped and created this 4-hour fair value gap. 4-hour fair value gap. Okay. 4-hour fair value gap. So this is a new premium area created, an order flow. To me, is actually a BPR range from here. It's a good sign of reversal to continuing trading from a sting in to it to then continue lower. But let me check 1 hour. Is there any better premium area above or not? Not really. So I assume this high going to hold. This will be a protected high to continuing lower all the way to this weekly draw on liquidity right here. But the thing is, how are we going to get involved in? But if we trade off this 4 hour, this will be the first draw on liquidity coming by this, and this. Okay, this is what I see. Giving a screenshot. Okay, this is the bearish argument on it. Let me check. Is there any bullish argument against it or not? Yes, we do have a bullish argument, but not right now. I expect if the true bullish momentum wants to come to take out the all-time high again, it could just sting in and rejected off and started the momentum by the buying momentum after the weekly fair value gap right here, which is initially our drawn liquidity, to then continue higher, take out this the all-time high drawn liquidity. This is my outlook on gold. So next, Australian US dollar. The bearishness seems about right. So after the major analysis, I will take a look everything. Is it every single pairs are pointing the same thing? If every major currency is also pointing the same thing, which means the bearishness of the US dollar index is lying. So this could just continuing pumping higher if our major bias is right. Okay, so coming from the weekly itself, okay, we do have this huge fair value gap, a breakaway right here, a weekly BPR as well, but eventually the price decide to close inside it. So which are the new discount area it could rejected off is this, the lower fair value gap as a drawn liquidity first. So how do we trade into it? The main thing is, okay, so we drop down to daily time frame. The price did sting into the daily fair value gap. Then at a lower time frame 4 hour, it does have a 4 hour fair value gap resting above right here as well. So I would assume this will be a protected high. But if this is a true market maker sell model, this is going to be the end goal of the drawn liquidity. It looks like a sell model to me. This is the manipulation. In the end, the first distributor has started. The second sting in respected the bearishness, has already started as well. So this overlapping area could be decent to trade all the way until here. This is what I see. This will be the protected high. Then continue lower. Okay, next. Okay, euro dollar. Okay, from the outlook itself, if the weekly fair value gap didn't form at first, the candle low should be the new drawn liquidity. Also, it's also a weekly fair value gap as a drawn liquidity. So how do we trade lower to the drawn liquidity? The price did sting in a very good and respected the daily fair value gap. This will going to be the first drawn liquidity. Then the next one going to be this. So next, from the 1 hour time frame, let me check 4 hour first. Okay, 4 hour, it doesn't look that nice as the Australian dollar. There is a 4 hour fair value gap, but euro dollar doesn't have. On a 1 hour time frame, it looks like it consolidating in the range right here. So we don't took any trade from this rate, between this range. We will just avoid it until it give us a clear direction to either it going to disrespect the bearishness, continue higher, or continuing lower. So within this range, we just stay out. Is a no trade zone. Okay, so anything within this range, I would not be interested. So let's move on to the next one, going to be the pound and the dollar. So okay, as we see, there is a as we see, the price took out the drawn liquidity at first. The price did sting into the weekly fair value gap. Initially, it looks like it pushed higher off the weekly, but in the end, the price just flipped from the daily itself and disrespect it. So within this range again, we need to be very, very careful. This is the plus weekly fair value gap. This is the flip high, which is a protected. This should be a protected high. After respecting of a 4 hour, is it equal high? Nope, I think it's an equal high. A liquidity high. Initially, there is a 4 hour fair value gap. To trade off, do let me see if there is any. Okay, there's a weekly fair value area right here. A weekly fair value area right here as a draw, the nearest draw on liquidity. So from the 4 hour time frame, right, I would love to see it. A sting, a BPR at a lower time frame, maybe 15 or 1 hour, shows the intention going lower with a new fair value gap form. Then we can take off until all the way to the weekly fair value area. So for the meanwhile, in the meantime, this is going to be my outlook for the pound and the dollar. Okay, next, New Zealand dollar. Let me check. This is a little bit tricky. So as we know, if this time the dollar, the US dollar decide to cut the rate itself, it is going to be under less than 5.5%, whereby New Zealand dollar has remained uncut rate. It still remain at 5.5%. It will be a stronger currency against all of it. Okay, so from the strength itself, there is a weekly fair value area right here. a weekly fair value area if it's pointing down, right? Let me check on the monthly a while. Okay, if the price hit within in this September time, if the price just continuing lower and hit the target of weekly fair value area, this monthly fair value gap, it won't be formed anymore. So I most likely I will stay out until it show us a true direction from the if you are positioning. But since we are intraday or scalping, we just focus on the weekly to the daily time frame result. So from a weekly, there is a weekly fair value area target. This is going to be the first target, whereby there might be a potential weekly fair value gap cooking to trade off a fair value gap to then continue lower. Yeah, it could be just a liquidity sweep or just a few of this weekly fair value gap to then continuing lower all the way to here. But to the moon and stars, this is a bit far from my perspective. So how do we set the target? You can either target the internal fair value gap, internal range of liquidity, to the external. In shorts, internal liquidity are those fair value gaps, external liquidity are those swing highs and lows. So the first target you can do is at here as the new drawn liquidity, this low and this low, initially to this low. So let me check. Okay, from this point of view, moving on next on the US dollar Canadian. Okay, so Canadian, there is a potential of weekly fair value area right here to continuing lower, which means the US dollars, but this looks like a sweet reversal to me. Okay, give me a second. So from the weekly time frame itself, I do see there is a weekly fair value area to continue lower off. But from a daily time frame, there might be a potential daily fair value gap forming as well. Could be this overlapping or this overlapping. From the 4-hour time frame, it looks so much cleaner to trade off. Price could just continuing higher. Targeting this high. Initially this high. And also this high. So how do we trade from the scratch itself? Is through through of this 4-hour fair value gap. Going to be a sting in, a breakout to continue higher. This is what I see. So moving on, next is the US dollar against the yen pairs. How was the analysis from the previous week? Okay, the bearish idea, yes, it does respected of the daily fair value gap, which is a good sign, which means our analysis is definitely on point. So from the weekly, a sweep, the next target is this drawn liquidity, right, from the previous week. So from the daily time frame, too bad we didn't catch off and given us any opportunity to trade off from here. That's too bad, but don't worry, market is always there. We just keep it calm, be patient, and we will move on to catch the NR trade for the coming weeks. So this from the daily time frame, there is a very well protected high right here, but if the price do a consolidation within this range, sting into this high, and does the PPI around this within this range, then continuing lower, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so the coming up next is going to be the yen basket. Okay, there's a from previous week, previous Sunday, I do mention that there is a daily fair value gap resting below. I would love to see if the price coming back into this low, but eventually it didn't. So coming back on it, this low was protected, this low. So now we can see there is this discount zone is really protected. Sorry, the protected low. This is a new protected low as well, which is the fair value gap has formed. The first round liquidity will be here, and initially is this high. Okay, next is this daily fair value gap, which is the nearest and untested discount zone. So price could come back here, or might not, to then continuing higher without respect or disrespect on this daily fair value gap. So my bias is bullish on the yens, where the rest of the currency against the yen should be bearish. Okay, from GJ itself, I think we did took, personally I think did took a trade. Is it? I think we did took a trade. Is it, Lawrence?
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't took a trade, is it?
We didn't give out a usual trade.
GJ.
GJ, no, we did. The Tusha asked about our GJ that day.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, it was that live. So eventually, too bad. The sting in is actually nice. So this is the importance of knowing the premium and discount array, which is in short we call PDA, the PDA arrays. So from the monthly itself, it does sting in, and the 4-hour show a very good direction in. A sting in, oh yeah, it doesn't sting in our POI levels, but it's okay. As we can see, all the premium area has been the premium area, the fair value area has been respected and rejected very very nicely. And then after sting into this fair value gap to then continuing lower, so I would expect the same thing at from this range, is going to repeat the same thing as this. This is the fair value area, right? The same thing, this is going to be the new fair value area to continuing lower. But where to target? This could be decent, and at this low, at this high, targeting all the way to this low. This is initially my plan. Okay, let's see if we manage to catch this trade. Do let me set an alert on this 256, is it? $253. Okay, this is a 4-hour fair value area. Okay, this is what I would like to see to continue all the way down here. Please excuse me for a while. Lawrence, maybe you can just take over for a while. I need to go and charge my laptop for a while. Be right back.
How to take over?
Currently the screen is yours.
You sharing my Discord, that thing?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Hi guys. Let me give you an outlook for what I want to see this whole week. This week I don't really expect big moves in the market because post NFP week. Wait, can you guys hear me clearly? Okay, so for gold, I have actually marked out a path which actually has been playing out quite well. Okay, let me just redo the whole thing again. So basically on the monthly time frame, I use something called the quarterly theory. For Monday of January, March is the first three of the year, and then it is actually called a quarter. So then the next 3 months, which is the second quarter, A actually accumulated here. So the quarter C, M, and E. These are the 4 quarters. So let's do this as this was X. This was the same period for the month April to, and then and for this one I actually expect this candle to close where this for the current moment. For the last 3 months of the year, which are last quarter, we can actually see price will be going back down into the, it would nicely distribute downwards until December. Starting from October onwards, I will have a short bias. I will have a short bias from there for gold. And for this week, gold is very bullish. But starting from October onwards, I would like to see actually a sweep. I would like to see a sweep here of this high before it actually travels back downwards, as following down here. So I would like to take a short position from this high, from probably a 5-minute. After it stings into my POI, I can actually take a 2-hour trade right here. We'll see how that plays out first. But I am very bullish on, I'm very bearish on gold, even though I know they just recently cut rates. But quarterly theory states that in this last quarter, it should be able to distribute back downwards. So for this month, I am relatively bearish from October to December onwards. On the daily, it's actually been created like a very bullish trend, upwards here. So I'll be waiting for these highs to be taken out before confirmations to short to the bottom. I will probably take it off a weekly FVG or possibly H4 FVG. And then for crude oil is a mess at the moment. I don't really want to trade this. I don't really want to trade crude oil at the moment because it's just very bearish. And this order block has been holding up quite well for this area. This area there. This order block has been holding up here. Rejected twice already. So I won't really be looking into crude oil for the next few weeks until price action is clearer. And then same thing for, actually a different thing on US 100, but actually a BPR has formed on the weekly for Nasdaq. The BPR hasn't formed yet, but it's going to be forming soon because this candle is closing like this. So there may be an overlapping that can be taken on the next 2 weeks. So for Nasdaq, there's two possible entries at the moment. There is a bearish, there is a sell entry and actually a buy entry. If you use the FIB level here, we can take this OTE entry here after confirmations. But then, if this BPR forms like so, then I will not be taking this entry. But if this candle, if this following candle closes bullish for the next week, I will be able to see whether I can have an inducement entry here towards this 78.6% level FIB to take an OTE entry upwards. But at the same time, we don't want to trade in the October to December range, because it's where the holiday is here for all the for America. So there will be not much volume for the following next 3 months, the last quarter of the year. And then for S&P, there is this weekly FVG right here. And then if we draw the FIB level, there is a possible 50% level entry with this right here, but I actually don't want to take it because the market is relatively bearish, as you can see, for all the indices. But for gold, there are different setups that I actually want to be looking at. But we have to wait for Monday's price action to print out before I can give any good entries for the next week. So I will strictly not be trading on Monday. I will be waiting for price action to play out first to see what happened after NFP day on Friday. So me and Brian will be sitting out on Monday. We will not be trading on Monday. We'll wait for price action to play out first before we start trading on Tuesday to Thursday onwards. Right, Brian?
Yeah, right. Definitely we need to be more aware, especially is the another week of CPI as well. We wouldn't know what the CPI could just spike both buy side and sell side, so we wouldn't want to be too married to our own bias. What we want to do is we just react according to what the markets want to show us the direction itself, instead of like just guessing and do all the forecasts. If there is a necessary of reanalyze, then why not? We just react according what market want to give us to see.
That's correct.
So coming up, maybe have some Q&A sessions. So we do have a couple of premium members having probably have some questions. Feel free to just ask us on live so we can help you and help every single one else who might have the same question as you. Just feel free to type in the chat box and our admin will get to help, or me and Lawrence can answer you on the live. Lawrence, your side can check the chat box. Is there any questions or not? Because from my side, I can't really check on the chat box. I can't see any question.
Got no questions now. I'm waiting for. I just told Premium to come see if they got any questions.
Okay. Like Jin. Oh, okay. Actually, Jinin has a question, and our admin has. These are actually okay. So let me reply you on Jinin's questions. Yes, it is more intermediate or advanced concept currently. But what you can do is feel free to look through all the concepts, be it retail concepts, ICT concepts, or SMC concept. But I bet currently you are following Ario's content. Definitely is a very good one, because personally I also following his analysis, his concept, the MMC concepts. Personally, I trade it very well, and Mr. T, I would like to credit to the person who and Jasper, who taught me retail at first. I will give them all the credits who made me who am I, what am I currently. And by knowing all the concepts, I would love to give every single one here the education for free. I hope to build a healthier trading community in Singapore and Malaysia. So from the concept itself, perhaps if you are following Ario, you should just following one instead of keep changing the concepts. But at the very first stage, you definitely will have to look through every single concepts, from retail like support and resistance, SMC like liquidity sweeps, inducements for ICT itself, and also the same thing is the fair value gaps, the drawn liquidities, the PD arrays definitely is but the moment you realize actually every single concept is going to be it's all fractal. Every concept is the same. It's just like which concept is actually just made you click on it. Made you the click is the most important thing. I just had my click around end of last year, and this is where I met Lawrence and our group of trading friends, which is that's pretty well that trading made us one together. And there is a lot of team members behind us. I would like to give them the credit as well. They have been holding it and supporting, which is truly appreciate.
I agree.
Jean, any more questions apart from so from now I think I do have replies on your messages about like how you are going to do what you need to do on the MT5 and MT4, how you are going to operate it. So currently you are at what stage? Like is still in a exploring stage, at a very blurry stage? You know what to do or do not know what to do with the chart? Oh yeah, by the way, chat, I would like to tell you like the application that we've been using in this chart, be it my chart or Lawrence chart. Like this is currently is Lawrence charts, and this is my chart. So what this application that we are been using is called Trading View. So this Trading View, right, is there is more than 6 million trader been using these applications, which is I it's not a sponsored, but personally I would advise newcomers or the other who interested in trading, better go download it, because this is a very good tools for you to analyze across different pairs, be it you want a commodities, forex pairs, cryptos, and stocks trading especially. It will work in live, be it live, yeah. On live, is there any like uh is there any like question on live? Okay, Lawrence, I think if no question, maybe we just end it off here.
Can.
Alright, I think that would be calling off for the night. Me, as